Good afternoon, brother and sister of the Dhamma. This afternoon lecture, we are covering another very in-depth topic. So before I proceed, recap of last session, you need to know what is stream winning, which we covered the last session about stream winning. Then you need to know about the factors affecting each of the state. And one is returner, and then non-returner, and sainthood. Okay, it's a sure question. So whatever thing they throw at you, you should able to recall at what state, what are the factors that are drop off or attenuated. Okay, so Arahant, everything is gone. So remember that. So you need to by hook, by crook to remember all this stuff because they will test you all these 4 stages. Okay. Everybody can see, today we cover lecture 3, Paṭiccasamuppāda, or what I call dependent of origination. It is one of the so-called important doctrine in Buddhist. So in this senior part 2, you need to know thoroughly about what is about Paṭiccasamuppāda. I think you all may have gone through various Buddhist study or whatever Dhamma talk, you may have covered this before. But here we need to understand thoroughly what is Paṭiccasamuppāda, the 12 links, and then how it's going to apply to each other. So it's a short question also, and you need to know all the 12 factors, how they interact to each other. And according to my teacher, Paṭiccasamuppāda, not just apply to Buddhist doctrine, it can be applied in our daily lives. Things like stock exchange, you buying stock, all that kind, according to my teacher, you apply this Paṭiccasamuppāda, you can predict or foresee the status of a stock. How is it? I don't know because I never play stock. So if you people playing stock, you use this Paṭiccasamuppāda and go reflect on it and understand it thoroughly, it can work on you. Okay, so it can work on many on this world phenomena. Paṭiccasamuppāda is a lively kind of doctrine that applies to everyone. Okay, this is taken from a slide. So actually, the 12 links you're talking about, I'll give you the whole PDF file because here can't see properly everything. So basically 12 links. So we can study how the past and then the future, the past, the present, and the future is go in a samsaric cycle. So what we experience through in our current life is going through these 12 links, okay? So as long as we are stuck in these 12 links, we have this suffering, okay? There's no ending until we attain Nibbana. If not, we just carry on the cycle again, okay? So this one I'll give you in another chart. So just have a feel of it. Okay, we talk about Paṭiccasamuppāda. What is that? It's an important Buddhist doctrine. Important about what? Conditionality. Okay, Buddhists talk about conditionality. Mean condition. Everything has condition of all physical and psychical phenomena. That means physical and mental. Okay, this is what effect on all our human, physical and mental. This doctrine together with that of insubstantiality, or what I call anatta, that is, nothing can hold permanently. So when you know this doctrine, you understand what is anatta. That is, whether it's a physical or whether it's a mental object, whatever is it, it does not hold more over a stated period of time. After that, it will disappear. Like our happiness, we cannot say we are happy for the next 24 hours, all right? So things like this will have to end. So this is called anatta. It forms the indispensable condition. So when you understand this, then you will know that this type of condition is a real understanding and realization of the teachings of Lord Buddha. Okay? So Buddha teaching is about this one, conditionality. And we understand that nothing is permanent and nothing can hold more than is a flux of time. Or so the next moment it can just disappear. So basically this understanding, this we appreciate what Buddha preached. So it shows the conditionality. I mean, always about condition and the dependent nature. So if this condition, you only depend on something. So it comes together on consequently. Dependent nature of the uninterrupted flux. I mean, this thing will not stop, but it will continuous flow in like water flowing to the tap or to the river stream. We are all non-interrupted, it will keep on flowing. Or manifold, applying to both the matter, physical, or the mental phenomenal existence. Popular referred to as example, we all have this called ego or I that is very strong in every human. So if you have this sort of nature of this holding your ego, your I, then we are in suffering. And also man, animal, etc. So all these beings, as long as in this planet, will go through suffering. There's never one thing, there is no change. So Buddha taught that the arising of any sort of both physical and mental phenomena are dependent upon one or several causes. So things start changing, not just depend on one thing, but can be many things. Okay, so these are we're going to study through how this thing come about. So this mark the difference of Buddhism against other religions, that all psychological and physical phenomena come about through the will and fancy of an external God creator. Okay, so we are talking other religions like Islam, this Christianity, which is our modern religion. Everything is on the grace of God. Everything that happened to you is God. So they have no part in it. So everything is God given. That's why these people have been, with the faith, they totally surrender themselves to God. So whatever happened to them is God testing them. Okay, so that's why without this understanding, you're talking to them, it's very hard for them to understand Buddhism. Buddhism is everything changing anytime. So other religion is based on God. So this God, whatever you suffer or whatever, is God testing you. Okay, so everything is on God. So nothing about yourself. So they are depending on the grace of God. So a lot of things, like all the suffering, is a God testing you. That's what all these religion are talking about. Now in Buddhism, in the Buddhist study, we have 4 major theories about religious belief. These don't fall under our Buddhism. According to Buddha, especially when you study the more in-depth, like the 62 view one, okay, you will have this sort of study on this so-called religious belief. And these are still happening in the modern world. Okay, Sakya Katam, that means self-caused, caused by oneself. Then Parankatam, external causation. This one, external causation, is caused by someone upon that happening. And Saya Katam, Param Katam. Okay, here is more fantastic. It's a combination of self and external causation. You'll find this especially if you study the 62 views, Brahmajala Sutta. Then next one, Asayam Katam Aparam Katam. Here, Buddha able to break down, there's another fourth step. I mean, it's neither the self cause nor the external cause. Is found in the Paṭiccasamuppāda Sutta. Okay, that is not caused by this and not caused by that. Okay, so we will have further elaboration on this. Okay, so basically, Buddhism break down, there are four kinds of beliefs. The first one about self-causation theory. So this apply about soul theorists, substantialists. I mean, everything is about the soul, who believe in an enduring self. I mean, in this so-called soul is happening in the past, because early state, according to the Vedic, they don't like the kind of after death, there's no continuation, okay? No continuation of life. They believe that upon death, there's a soul. So this soul will continue to live forever after this current existence. So this soul theory start to develop into more and more substantially, and asserted that the power of causation was inherent in the self and nowhere else. So this one, self-causation is talking about soul. So when the soul die, it's because this soul will continue to carry on to the next one. So the power of this causation was due to soul. Okay, so this is the first theory, self-causation theory about soul. Next one, external causation theory, is found by naturalists who held that phenomena were caused by inherent nature and physical principle was the sole actor. Okay. In here, we also can talk about God, but in the natural world, who be, example, like in the science, like the scientists, they are so-called observant of this phenomena chain. So they believe that that phenomena are caused by this so-called mother nature of development of from one state to another state. Okay, so this is also can consider as part as science. Okay, so in other external religion, they believe that this naturalist is something like what I call the so-called God, and then for many gods they become creator God. That's how human wants it. That if you tell them there's an end of life of this, they are very not happy about this. So there must be an explanation of what is causing this. So this is how the God concept come about. For many gods into one so-called powerful creator God. This is also one of external cause theory. Third theory, which was a combination of first and two. That means the soul and also the creator. So this especially you can find it by the Jains. Jains believe, I think we study heretical teachers. If you put some notice on it, is a theory of both of them. First and second, they are covered by these so-called Jains. But Jains don't believe in God. Their second one is about mother phenomena. And then neither self-causation nor external causation. This is pretty kind of those in the ancient time, during Buddha time, they found out that there are such people who believe of all this mixture of things that have the fourth kind of theory, that neither self-causation nor external causation. So fourth theory rejected all three propositions. It could be equated to a theory of non-causation, or what I call Paṭiccasamuppāda, which held that phenomena has no cause origin and were fortuitous arisen. What is that? So what they say that, let's say a being arise or for just accidentally or by nature, by whatever kind of different kind of that. Just the thing just come out naturally. I mean, just born instantaneously. Like, you know, the worms, when the dead body die, they believe that these are born naturally, out of phenomena, by accident, they just come out. But our Buddha rejected all the four theory and mentioned that dependent of original, different from them. That's why Buddha used this dependent origination to defend and explain clearly how this thing of this development of one phenomena after another. There must be a reason behind it. There's no, say, accidentally or whatever, somebody created it or whatever, naturally accidentally come out by itself. So Buddha rejected all this theory. So that's how we need to study this child links. Why this child link come about. And we need to know causality. The four characteristics or law of causality, we call Paṭiccasamuppāda. Things happen, this cause, there are four kind of things. According to Buddha analysis, these are the four causes of things that happen. Objectively, tathata. That means you have an aim of it. Necessity, avitahata. That means you have the object, you need the necessity or what you call all the things that are put together. And then inevitability, ananta ahata. I mean, inevitability, that means it has to happen. Then the fourth, conditionality, idappaccayata. You need the condition for the things to arise. So basically, the cause of happening have to follow this sequence. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All these need to be there in order for the thing to happen. This one, I think this is not in YMBA. This is slightly taken from another source. So this is more towards a degree level one. Okay, so they explain all these things need to be present. So the four characteristics as elaborated in the commentaries. As a first one, as a group of identified condition alone, neither more nor less bring about a given result. There's objectivity. Okay, so this is how I explain what's the aim of it. You need to have a group of identified condition, then neither more or less to bring about a given result. So this, the aim of it is with this condition, this thing will arise, or what you call happen. Second one, since there's no failure, even for a moment, to produce a given result, which arises when the condition come together, there is said to be a certainty. So there is no chance of a failure, even for a moment. So to create the result which arises when you have meet the time, the kind of time, the kind of environment, the kind of situation that come together, as there is sure to arise. Okay, so that is talking about second one. Third one, since no result different arises from other result or condition, there is said to be invariability. So that means to say there is no result different, no different result arises with other kind of result or condition. So this will definitely happen. And fourth one, since one condition or group condition, that means with one condition or many conditions, give rise to an identified result, there is a conditionality. So everything arises, there's condition. There's no such thing as no condition. So Buddhist, according to our Paṭiccasamuppāda, is all about condition. So Paṭiccasamuppāda is one of the explanation. And then next year you study Patana, the cause and the effect. Okay, that one will be more complicated. If you all ever study this Patana, then you'll know something about that. We'll cover it in the final year. Okay, so these are things. That's why I say from this year to next year is very tough. So you all need to understand properly the Buddhist doctrine of all this concept of Buddhist theory of how the thing happening. So in university, we don't really go directly at every one of it. So you're in YMBA, that's why I said you go YMBA, go to degree, you have advantage over the others. Okay, so that's why you take time to digest all this. So university is about, I think about half an hour, you cover all these things. You expect to know everything. So the rest is for you to build out on yourself. Lecturer won't go and digest everything for you. So we'll go further. All phenomena are causally conditioned. I mean, all changes or all happenings, you need to have a condition. Example, you are sick, there must be something. Let's say you have a cold. You must have visited some place infected by somebody, and the thing arises in your body, and this sickness will come upon you. So all these are conditions that explain how the thing happening. So everything has an explanation. There's no such thing arise without reason. Okay. So the effect arise evenly independent on conjunction of the condition. So how serious your illness is how your body immunity, your body immunity can defend on it. If your body is pretty weak, any sickness that fall upon you will make it worse or even severe. All right. So this is called the effects arise. Also depend on condition. We're talking about your body condition, whether you are a weak person or you are a healthy person. Next one. A single cause cannot produce an effect. Okay, a single cause, one thing cannot produce an effect. I mean, you just visit something, some place, that you get this sickness. It's not just by visiting that particular place, you will sure get sickness. There must be more than that. Nor does a single effect arise from a single cause. Okay, so the reverse also same thing. So there must be something, somebody sick in that particular place. You visit that particular place, so at the same time, right moment, that's why you get the sickness. So there's always a multiplicity. That means there's always many conditions giving rise to a multiplicity of effects. So just don't say that you just visit the place, you'll get the thing, you blame the thing. No, because there are people who are sick down there and quite severe, and you spread the sickness to you. So this is a condition of somebody with another condition that affect your current one condition because you visit there. So these are talking effect of how things happenings. So all conditions are individually necessary. I mean, things that happen because all are present there and collectively sufficient to produce the effect. So when you visit the particular place, you not say because you visit a particular place you get sick, but because in this particular place there's a sick person who is spreading out disease. That's why with all these condition and right timing are important. Also, your right timing, the guy is down there, you go down there, you get affected. That's why you get the sickness. So these are talking all about condition. So all these conditions present, that's how I get the sickness from that particular place. So our Buddha even talk further. The law of causation. Okay, this is a logical step. Okay, as I'm explaining, things that happen, it don't just happen accidentally. There is a reason behind that. So which is this doctrine is that when this is present, that is present. I mean that if this is a sickness here, there is sure you go to their place, there is this person present at their place, this thing will be present down there. Okay, that means the sickness will be present down there. From the arising of this, that arise. So this particular person have this sickness and he got very bad flu or whatever, and he start coughing in that particular area in a closed space. And then with that, this signal will arise. That means you start to arise and spread. So when this is absent, that is absent. Okay. So at that particular place, if there's no such sick person of this condition, then this signal will be absent from there. Okay. On the cessation of this, that ceases. You can say if that particular person is not there, then this signal will never spread. Okay, so that means ceases, or you can say that if that particular event happen or the something held down there is cancer, so that thing will never arise. Okay, so he's talking about our Buddha teaching of this law of causation. So you need to remember all these four very, very clearly. When this present, that is present. When that arise, that arise. When that is absent, that is absent. On the cessation of this, that ceases. Okay, this one is a formula to explain the law of causation. So Buddha said, postulate that all worldly phenomena, all the things that are happening are so-called interdependent. I mean, they depend on each other. So without the sick person, you will never get disease. Okay? Interdependent and nothing exists in absolute isolation. Okay? That means you get a sickness with no infection. There is hardly can be said so. Okay? Nothing exists in absolute isolation. That means you are in yourself and you get sickness. That is very hard to I picture to how you get this sickness. Okay. So what the existence or rising of one factor condition the existence or rising of another. So basically following the top one. The non-existent or disappearing of one factor condition the non-existent disappearing of another. So basically this sentence explains the four things that our Buddha preached. Okay. So this one you need to know. Especially you need to write essay. Essay question is no more easy. You write one sentence, cover everything. You need to explain for this kind of happening. So this law of causation is a very, very important thing. If you know it, you can apply to everything. It's applicable to explain that the cause process in any sphere, whether physical, mental, moral, social, etc. So dependent origination also can put on to explain how moral come about, and also social, so society, what happened, and how the society collapsed, also how the society progress, or the country governance, all that is can be used in this dependent origination. That's why my teacher always say, if you really understand dependent origination, it can be applied to everything in your life. So the Buddha's main interest is to explain the prevalence of suffering and the cessation using this general formula for this specific problem. So our Buddha using this dependent origination, especially when people challenge Buddha, he will use this to totally explain what the cause of suffering and how to end the suffering. So understanding these child links, you'll be greatly appreciate how this interdependent of our suffering keep on lingering on forever if we never break from this cycle. And our Buddhist doctrine is not a speculative theory. I mean, it's not just come pick up from anywhere from the sky and then pop out. It's understanding during the Buddha enlightenment. He really understand this, and that's why he able to become a teacher and teach everyone of this. That's why he said this Buddhist doctrine is profound and hard to be taught. So that's why those who appreciate Buddhist doctrine, they were able to see through and then live a kind of peaceful and harmonious life, and hopefully able to again Nibbana in no time. Okay, so it's not easy for us. So, but we need to know as a Buddhist practitioner how this theory works. So it's a theory to explain the beginning of creation. So it's not what a God-given theory. So this our Buddhists will use this as creation. Neither in attempt to theorize the evolution of the world. Okay, how the world come about, how the egg or chicken come about, which one come first. So that's why many religious they always have this pondering of chicken come out or the egg come out first. So that's a very kind of speculative theory which many religions are practicing on it. So the method how the process of suffering can be stopped important about Buddhist doctrine is to end suffering and be stopped and thereby eradicating the rebirth process. How to stop suffering, and our final objective is to end rebirth. So there are child link in this doctrine as run through the following slide. Okay, so we're going to go to the child link. Okay, so each of you you like it or don't like it you need to know this child link properly and able to explain it properly. Okay, and the question later we somebody have to do it. It's so simple only. Okay, but you need to write an essay on how this thing apply onto it, and then I will give a long explanation on this. You have seen just now the early PDF file, which is not very clearly. So these are the child links. So you need to basically child here show 11. Just one depend on the other. You need to remember by heart kind of so-called 1 to 12. So first thing that happening in many religions, especially in the Indian philosophy, they always put similar to our Buddhists, but we all don't have a very first, but for the sake of explanation, normally we say dependent or ignorant. Ignorant, I mean, your wrong view or what kind of wrong understanding, that kind of thing. Depending on the ignorant, arise a condition of activities. I mean, with ignorant, you will do, you will condition this kind of thing that going to follow, the activities. And one after another. So dependent on condition activity arises with linking consciousness. This one talk about rebirth, okay? It's about the concept of rebirth. It's also applied, explained down here. So with these condition activities, we have this relinking consciousness, or what I call the relinking rebirth. So this rebirth consciousness will in the other way, dependent on relinking consciousness, arise matter and mind and matter. Remember, in the last year one, we explained about rebirth, especially I think in Abhidhamma. So here it talk about because of this relinking, that means when you pass away, you cut off by the chitta, you cut away, you become rebirth consciousness, then this thing will seek for the next body, right? So with this, the mind and matter will arise. Okay? You think of something like that. And then depend on the mind and matter. That means when you conceive to the womb of the baby of the womb, inside the womb, then when you start having this matter, it will give you the 6 sphere of senses. That means the 5 faculty plus your mind. Okay? So that means the 6 sphere of senses. So dependent on the 6 sphere of senses, arise contact. So the moment you have the faculty, your 5 senses at all time will like a radar screen will even when you're birth this is like radar screen inside the womb you start feeling. Those have baby one will have better understanding than the man. They have the understanding of the baby inside from the moment of conceive. Then the baby every day starts sensing inside the womb. So they have this contact. And from this contact, depend on contact, arise feeling. So every movement of faculty, you have feeling that arise. So feeling are those things that your 5 senses can contact with it. And depending on feeling, arise craving. As we know, our 5 senses is very bad. It's according to one of the monk, it's a curse. It's a curse to our body. So when that feeling, you like craving. Craving is that you like nice thing. You dislike those kind of unpleasantness. So this craving will start arise. And depending on craving, arise grasping. And when this craving start, you want to have more. Okay? You have more of this, especially happiness. Those things that enjoy. You want to have more and more. Nobody wants suffering. Everybody wants enjoyment. And dependent on grasping, arise becoming. Becoming, I mean, you slowly develop, become a baby. So all these things present, then you start the developing, become a baby. And depending on becoming, arises birth. So upon 9 months, then normally 9 months. So normally you conceive as a baby, then birth. And birth, then you come out from the womb, then you become a human. And when you become human, upon birth, depending on birth, then this thing arises. Or a bad thing, decay. So when you're young, you start grow, come to certain age, about 20, 30, and then moment of decay start coming in. So decay become death. When you're death, you're sorrow. And sorrow, you're lamentation. And lamentation, you have pain. And pain, you have grief. And then after that, you go despair. And then after that, you go back again. Right? Death, then come back here, then continue the cycle again. That's why I call samsara. So basically, there are 12 things down there. Okay? So all these condition one after another. So we're going to explain one by one of these factors, and then you have to have thorough understanding of what is happening. Okay? Okay, this is another shot taken from a source. The Chowling Vicha. Vicha, you have this so-called impermanent, or what you call nothing is substantial. Then Sankara, you have karma formation. Then Vijnana, consciousness. And then this is basically in the charts, in the earlier charts. Nama Rupa, we have mental and physical phenomena. And then Salayantana, you have the 6 sensation, the 5 faculty plus the mind. And then Pasa, we have contact. Vedana, this is how we suffer. Feeling, and Taha, craving. Upananda, blinking. We enjoy more of the good one. And then enjoying Bhava, we will be become a baby. Then Jati, you rebirth. When you are birth, you go to the Jana, Marana, old age and death. So finish, go back again. So you see how suffering is about. So Buddha use this Shaolin to explain clearly how birth, whatever thing, you can use this Shaolin to explain it very clearly. Okay? Even you can use it in your daily life. If you have a very reflective mind, you'll go through, you don't feel really about human kind of thing, but you understand one of this condition, the other one. So basically the 12 of them. So you come back, it's about this explaining the 12 link. Okay. For those who want to practice further, please use it. According to my teacher, he plays stock. So he said it's quite workable. So I don't guarantee you. So if those people work stock on, please go and do a study. It may help you. Can we stop for 10 minutes? Then we continue again. Okay?